Hello everybody, Angel on Fire here. Today I'm going to be working on the third episode of, actually this is going to be my fourth episode of my Blitz 3D tutorials. In this one I'm going to go over input into the computer so like people can type stuff to the screen and it can recognize it as a variable. So input and just some stuff to make that a bit easier to do. Right off the bat, basically in the last one I went through more in-depth variables, so how to put strings together, how to multiply and divide integers and decimals and everything like that. So right off the bat I'm just going to start, again print, as you're far familiar by now if you've seen my other tutorials, print hi, and of course I'm just going to go wait key like I mentioned in the last tutorial and end. So again, hi, how you guys doing? There we go. So, little thing like that, just to start us off. Again, wait key and end. You just hit a key and it'll end. It won't bug you or anything about it. But basically, in this tutorial, what it's going to revolve around is I can say now I'm actually going to start using good variables now that describe what I'm doing. You don't want to make variables that just say like A, B, C because that's horrible to organize. So if I say user name, now I go like I need to make that into a string by adding the number sign, or money sign. I want to say input. I can add another number sign here if I like. It's not mandatory, but I'll just do it anyways, just so it's a good habit to do. And I'll say, what is your name? Now, for this, I always like adding a little space at the end, just so it has a little bit of a buffer. So right here, I'll add semicolon, and there we go. And now if I say print user name, so now what it's going to do is it's going to ask me for my name. If I say Forest and I press enter, it will print my name. So let me just go through this step by step. First of all, I am making a variable. I'm calling it username. I am making it a string so that it knows that it is actually text that is being inputted and it can read text, just not a number. Second of all, I have the command right here, input. What this will do is it will take whatever's in the brackets, it will take this and put it on a line as if you were just saying print. So as if I was just trying to say print this to the screen, say this on the screen, put this as text on the screen. So it would say this on the screen, and at the end, add a little space so you have a little buffer as you can see right here. There's a little space and I can start typing. So I'll add a little buffer. Everything's in quotation marks so it knows it is text. And it will just ask the question at the end, what do you want to type in? And you can type in anything. And then again, I'm just going to print it like I do with any other text. It's a variable, so I can just say print, and I can say the variable name. So yeah, again, if I say forest, nice and easy, it'll just print it. I can also add text before this, as I was doing before, where I just add a quotation mark, hi, and then I'll use their username. I remember add the buffer with the plus sign. I will add another buffer, and I'll add an exclamation mark, and then end it. So everything on the screen here is text, quotation marks, end text, and start. The variables are at the beginning and end. So now if I run it, and I say forest again, and it says hi forest, and as you can see the space is in there because I added the space, has exclamation mark at the end, and the most important thing, it put in what you said before. So that's cool. So I can say also age, and in this case, since they're going to be putting in a number, I don't have to add the number sign. So if I say input, don't need that number sign, money sign, don't need to add that again. What is your age? Let me ask you. Okay. Oopsie daisy, I want to go like this and this, and now it will make age equal to whatever you type in. So it can't be a variable, or it can't be text because it will just read it as 0. But if I just go plus here and I'll say, oopsies, I want an exclamation mark, your age happens to be, again buffer, I add the space there so it knows that to put a space in before it puts down the variable age, and it's over. Again, I can just go like this because it's right at the end. So forest, I am 17. your age happens to be 17, and I put it in. Now, again, just to prove to you guys, I'll just put a random name. If I put in something, it will put it as 0 because it does not know that I am talking about a string and not integer. So again, just to go over it, strings have the number sign at the end, or not number sign, money sign at the end, and they represent any text that is in quotation marks. If it is text, or if it is not money sign, and you put in text, it will result as 0. Integers, you just leave blank, and it will automatically just put it to whatever number. If you have decimals that past the decimal point, then it will just take those off. And if you make the number sign, it will keep all the decimal places. So that's cool, what we have right here. And you can do stuff like this. Again, you can do all of the math stuff that we had been talking about before. If I say age, I can say, I don't know, dad's age. And I can say input, and I'll say, again, what is your dad's name? Name. Okay. Question mark, space, or quotation marks, end. And then I can say your age plus your dad's age happens to be, I'm just going to say age, and again I'm just going to, Stacey, what am I doing? Bracket age plus dad's age. And now one of the big things about programming is if I had not put the S in there by accident, then it would not work. It would just, as you can see, actually it would just make it 0. So you always gotta make sure that your variables are in the right places, named whatever needed to be properly. So now I'll just say name. My age is 17. My dad's about 45, I think. I don't know, 45. Let's say 45. And then I'll add those two together. Oh, nuts. First of all, you can't see that, and it goes off screen. So what I'm just going to do, just to prove to you guys that it does work, I'll just go Control C, get rid of that. I'll say print, Control V, and it's all right here. Yeah, I'll just add the brackets just so it does know. Again, don't need this. 17, 45, 62. Look at that. Added those two numbers that you inputted. So it can do that with any numbers. There are a couple of exceptions once you get to the far boundaries of numbers, such as like 200 million billion or something. I don't know, some big number like that. But for most numbers, it won't matter. Again, with text, I can also say user last name, and I'll make that again like this, and put number sign, what is your last name, question mark. Again, I can't add a semicolon. It doesn't matter. That's arbitrary if I have the word arbitrary, right? But it doesn't actually matter what you put in. It's just what shows up on the screen. Use your last name. So right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to say user last name. Get rid of everything else. Put a space in between. Now I think you can put them together again. If I had just, it's probably just safer to go like this, just so you have everything proper there. And I don't actually need anything at the end. I can say, so, first name Forrest, last name Anderson. No, that's just still in the frame. Hi, Forrest Anderson. So I'll put those two together. Again, I have age plus dad's age, which doesn't actually matter in this case because it's going to be easier because I don't have those declared anymore. But yeah, so you can put text together, you can put numbers together. That's basically how you get input from the screen. So I want to leave you guys with this, and basically, yeah, that's just the basics of how to get input from the user. Again, as I was saying, you can use all those variables just as I was talking about in the third episode, where you can mash them up and add them together, divide them, multiply them, do any math functions with all those variables. You can do stuff with text as well. And again, if I go to help, so I'll have this guy open right here, but I can go string, and I'm just gonna, oh, actually you can still see missile in frame. You can do all this stuff with the string, and I'll go over some of these later because they are useful. Such as, like, if you want to get a certain part of the string, like, so say you wanted the first 3 letters of the name, you can do that really easy, just like this. But what I want is you guys, if you don't already have it downloaded, if you go to my first episode, I should have the link to the free version. Again, I'm using the free version right here, so not many restrictions at all. I can still run programs and everything. But I want you guys to try to make a little game where it uses the input just to do something. I haven't showed you if statements or anything yet. So actually I may just leave that to next episode, but just play around with that, and if you guys post it in the comments, either with questions, I will be glad to answer them, or if you had a program, I will take a look at it, and I will get back to you on what you can improve, or if it is just perfect to what I have shown you so far. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.